What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the Jada Toys Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Tony the Tiger action figure. I am probably more excited about this figure than I should be because it's just, you know, an orange and white tiger, but I think it looks really cool, and this box is awesome. It looks like a smaller box of Frosted Flakes, and that right there is what the front looks like. And on the side you get an interesting little picture of him, and on the back you get a nice picture of what the actual figure looks like. And on the side here, normally where there would be on a box of cereal, you know, the nutritional information, you actually get itemized information of what's inside the box. And speaking of what's inside the box, it comes with a magnetized flop open window, and you get a peek of everything that's inside. That's enough about the box. Let's get him out of the box and take a closer look at him. All right, look at this. This is what comes in the box. I am impressed so far, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Question of the day before we begin. How do you all feel about these mascot figures that Jada's been doing? You know, because they've got Tony the Tiger here. I know they did Chester Cheetah, and I think there's a couple more that they're planning on doing. I don't know, but tell me down in the comments, what are your all's thoughts on these? But right out of the box, Tony the Tiger here looks incredible. Holy crap, does he look good. But let's see how tall he is, and then we'll move on with the rest of his aesthetic. To the top of his ears, which is where I'm going to measure him to, he's 6.5 inches tall and more like 6.25 down to like his eyebrows, which would make the entire figure at 16.5 centimeters. I think that works pretty well. Let's look at his aesthetic. Well, this looks precisely like Tony the Tiger. The arms are a good length. His legs are short like they're supposed to be. Man, he looks good. He's got a nice matte finish all over him. He's not plasticky, which is I kind of worried that he might be, but he is not, because there is a nice finish. And if you can see, if the camera is allowing it, there is some color gradient, like some shading through the orange, especially around where the joints are, like on the arms here. There's a color gradient in the back, like it gets lighter as it gets towards the center crease of his back and around his butt and down here on his toes. So this thing has shading and it looks awesome. All the tiger stripes look really good, and like the segments right here around the face, they all marry up really, really well. The eyes look pretty good, so the eyebrows. He's got a glossy blue nose, and it's done pretty well. I mean, it's not exquisite or anything because it's just a blue nose, but it looks good. This ear right here, the white in this ear, could be done a little bit better, but I'm not going to like freak out about it. The tongue and the inside of the mouth all look really good. This is a cloth good scarf right here with Tony written on it, and I like that really, really well. His stomach isn't matte. The orange is matte. The stomach, you know, the abdomen part, it's more satiny. It's got a little bit more of a lustrous look to it on the white part, and it looks really good. He's got a tail that looks good, and all the paint on the tail is done really well. This figure looks really nice. Let's take a look at his accessories really quick. He only comes with one head. He comes with this one right here, and that's really all he needs. Not like he needs a teeth gritting face or something for Tony the Tiger. But he comes with this miniature box of Frosted Flakes right here, and it's just a thing of plastics. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it, but it looks pretty good. Mine has got, I'm not sure what this is right here, but this could look a little bit better. There's like a tape or glue line or something right there if the camera's showing it. I'm not sure what that is. That's not, I'm not in love with that.
Fuck.
It's got the nutritional, like a shrunk down picture of the nutritional facts of the cereal right there. And then right here the box, you know, like the back pictures of a normal box of cereal. Wait a minute, is that supposed to come off there or something? Nope. Anyway, so that's that. He also comes with 2, 4, 6. He comes with 7 different hands. He comes with these fist hands on him in the package, and they look really good. I like that, and they've got a horizontal hinge on them. He's also got this finger pointy hand right here, and it looks really good, and it has a vertical hinge on it, so I think that's kind of cool. It's got an open hand right here with a peg hole, and that's for another accessory that we'll look at here in a second, and it's got a horizontal hinge on it. He's got a hand right here holding a bowl of cereal, or holding not a bowl of cereal, but a spoon like he's eating a bowl of cereal, and that looks really, really neat, and it has a horizontal hinge as well. He comes with another finger pointing hand right here with a peg to go into the basketball that we'll look at here in a second. And he has a thumbs up hand with a vertical hinge on it, and I think that's really, really neat. All the hands look really darn good. He also comes with, like I pointed out a minute ago, a bowl of cereal, and I'll show you what it looks like in the hand that it comes with. Like he's sitting there holding a bowl of cereal. And here later on in the video, I might put this stuff on him and let you all see what he looks like with him on him and stuff. Put those down. He comes with this basketball, not like super detailed. I mean, there's like some texture to the basketball, but you know, there's some paint in like these little spots. Would have probably been a little bit better, but it just goes on the end of this finger right here, and it looks like he's spinning a basketball. And it also comes with this little effector here to kind of make it look like the basketball's spinning, you know, and I think it's pretty cool. They are just, you know, translucent plastic or whatever, but I think that looks really, really cool. And I'm going to count this little backdrop thing right here as an accessory. I've been doing that lately. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't use that, but I think that looks really neat, and they didn't have to add it, but they did. So as far as accessories, he looks really, really neat. Let's stand him next to some other figures really quick, just to get an idea, you know, of how big he is, because he's 6.5 inches tall. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Say and Raised on Earth Goku, and he's bigger than Goku, and that looks pretty cool. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Boxers Deadpool, and Tony might just be a bit taller than him, but he's definitely broader and bigger, and I think they look really cool. And here he is next to another Jada figure. I've got him next to the Jada Street Fighter Fei Long, and he's taller than Fei Long like he should be, but I think that looks really, really cool. And lastly, I'm going to just stand him next to the NECA Ezio from their Assassin's Creed line, just to kind of see, you know, give you an idea of what he looks like next to a 7-inch line. And there he is right there. I think that looks pretty decent. As far as all that goes, I think he's looking really good. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull off this hand, and I'm going to show you what he looks like holding the bowl of cereal and the spoon. If I can get his elbow to bend here. Pull this one off real quick. Put this other hand on. And that's what he looks like eating him a bowl of cereal. I think that looks pretty neat. Give me 1 second here and we'll go over his articulation, because this fella will like blow your mind with how good he moves. It actually kind of blew me away here a second ago when I checked it out. Okay. Tony the Tiger. Now, you know this is a Jada figure, so you know it's going to move well. Now, his head, you know, he's got a short neck. He's a tiger, and he's got broad shoulders, and he's got this thing right here. But his head will look down really good, because right here's neutral, right? There's a look down. And he'll actually look up a little bit, and you can tilt it and go all side to side. Now, I'm going to pull his head off, because his head is on a really short little double ball peg, if you can see that up in there. So that, in a way, limits his articulation, but he's Tony the Tiger, and it's not like you need him to be in really, like, weird kind of poses or whatever.
A few moments later.
All right, finally got him back on there. That took a second, because it's just that double ball peg that's up actually in the head is kind of hard to get lined up. Anyway, but his head moves around really good, and his scarf is hiding the fact that he has a neck joint that moves really well along with the head. So head movement, fantastic. Now his shoulders come out past 90, which is very impressive, and there's no butterfly joint. He doesn't need it. He's not a fighter or a martial artist or anything like that, and you can get full rotation. So his shoulders work really good. Got a bicep swivel that works really well. He's got a double jointed elbow. Whoa.
What the fuck is that?
And I ripped his arm completely apart, but that's okay, because we can just put it right back together. The bottom joint of that double jointed elbow is really stiff, and I probably should have heated him up with a hairdryer. But the elbow, even with just one part of it, it's going to 90, and if you heated this up to let it move, would go way past 90. So nice double jointed elbow. Wrists are on a hinge like we saw earlier. Let me fix the camera here. All right, now here is the part that I was really impressed with. He's got like a two-segmented kind of abdomen right here, and they are both on ball hinges, I can tell. And man, he will just move anywhere you want just on that diaphragm. And then down here at the waist can move anywhere. So you can pose the crap out of this guy. No gapping, no real ledging, maybe slightly right there, but just a little bit, and just a little bit if you got him doing the limbo pose and going way back like that. That is super impressive. Now this right here, the diaper part, this is a flexible plastic, and his little short legs will come out to a full split, and they are just on ball pegs up in there. If you can see that, that is crazy. Ball pegs work. I don't know why everybody doesn't just use it. He'll do a little bit of kick, and he's got a tail. Most figures with a tail can't kick back, but he can kick back really well. His tail is on a hinge and it swivels, so you'll get some, you can do whatever you want with that. Not that you're gonna like pose his tail necessarily. He's got a single jointed knee right here that you'll get 90 out of it. It's not the greatest looking knee ever, but you know, so what? The ankle is a hinge with like a rotating ball kind of deal on it. And so it'll go all the way down. It'll come all the way up, and it'll give us tons of ankle rocker. So that works really, really well. There's the bottom of his feet, no peg holes, but so what? And no toe hinge, and that doesn't bother me, not one little bit. I hate toe hinges. Overall, let's just move into my final verdict, because this figure is really cool. Final verdict, I just said it. This figure is awesome. This is a really, really cool figure for no reason. Jada just gave us an awesome, an awesome offering. This figure is really good. I'm going to give this thing for the price, because I think it was just 30 bucks. And you look at the spread of accessories right there for $30. Look at the paint. The paint works fantastic on it. The articulation's fantastic on it. I'm giving this thing an A+. This might be on the end of the year list as one of the best figures of the year, in my opinion. This thing is really darn good. They are in stock right now at Big Bad Toy Store if you want to get one. I know that certain Targets in certain areas of the world have it as well. The ones in my area do not. I had to get him from Big Bad Toy Store. I'll link them down below. But highly recommend you get your hands on this figure. That's really all I've got for Tony the Tiger. If you haven't subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, give us a comment, share, all that good stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.